Hey everyone, right, we've made the folder, so that is all done. Pages. Now what I've done is, I've actually been quite industrious. Pages will be, now you have two ways of doing this. They're folded in half, so you can either put them in with a top opening for tags, or you can put them in with a side opening for tags. Either way, they fit onto the hinge like that, and so that then becomes your page. I personally like them with a top opening so that I've got loads of room for, I always have like big leaflets and places we've been to sort of over Christmas, so I tend to do them with a top opening. Personal choice. They attach the same no matter what. Right, let's put that over there. Now I've cut 5 of these, so 5 base things, 5 base pages, and then I've done a mat as a starting point for each one. They're all from the same paper pad. So I'm starting with page 1. I'm going to flip it over and we will have a page 2 and a page 3. And then tomorrow it will flip over, it'll be page 4 and page 5, 6 and 7, I think. I know I worked it out anyway. So let's start with page 1. Now I have decided that I am going to make it a bit vintage, because I was thinking about it and I was thinking, well actually I wouldn't normally do things, I'm not going to do the bottom part where I'm attaching it, but I wouldn't normally do things that are quite modern now. So it's like, no, I'm not going to change. And then I'm just going to run it around there. I think that's one reason why I stopped making them, was because it was like, oh. Okay, now page 1 is going to be flat with a big sort of corner pocket, if you like, so I'm able to put in a big sort of photo or that type of thing. So quite plain, I suppose, really. Right, let's glue it. I have to admit, the whole thing nearly got ripped out last night and started again, because my mind then started going into realms of, well, what if I did it this way? What if I did it that way? I can be a nightmare sometimes. And then I thought, no, I've started this. I'm going to finish it this way. Right, so making sure I've got my opening, i.e. the bit that's going to go on the spine, facing inside. I'm going to try and put this on, though I may or may not be able to do it on the camera. There we go. Now what I am going to do is, I want to do a thumb notch, and I'm just thinking, do I do it while I've got it all? I think I'll wait until I've got the mat on the other side actually to do that one. Okay, now what I'm thinking, I found some snow marker. I've never used this before. Marvel Lucida, made in Japan. Easily puffs up with a heat tool. Well, it did, sort of. It's a bit of a It's a bit of hit and miss, but it gives a bit of texture. So it feels quite strange. But, and it's a big book. You have to wait for it to dry. Oh, that actually looks like it's dried, and it floods because I did my normal bang it on the desk and it flooded. Right, I will leave this on camera but dampen the sound. So it goes from being flat to having, oh, come on, focus, quite a bit of texture, but the more you put on, the more it reacts. And I haven't obviously done enough in those bits. Right, I've got a big piece here and I don't want that bit in the, I don't need that bit in the middle. So I'm just going to, if I can, I can't actually see where that's sewn on. Oh well. Okay, it will stay as it is. Now I'm thinking I quite like it with bits hanging over the edge. Okay, now that little piece is going to cause me problems because it's going to hang too far down. Oh, that's, okay. I'll just cut that little piece off. Now I quite like it that way. That way might be a little, oh, choices. No, that way. And then what I found was a little cutout at a cheap paper pad I bought. And so that's going to go on there. Let's just go around the edges. Right, so that's going to fit on there. Actually, that little piece underneath doesn't look too bad. No, I quite like having green foliage because it's Christmas. And I'm thinking if I don't stick it all down, I can actually put a picture at the back of it. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's going to go on like that. I quite like the idea of having a forest at the back of the houses. Right, let's stick this down. So about there. I'm not sure if I've gone far enough, but I can always alter it after. Sorry, I can't think and I can't speak and concentrated. So let's put that on there and glue that bit down. Now this one, I want to go on there, but I need to put my bits of green in first. I wonder actually if the one might be enough. I think it probably will be. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to glue it all the way down. But I'm not going right to the ends because I know the ends stick out. I am putting a fair bit of glue on this because I do want it to stick. I'm thinking something. Let's put it underneath that piece. Something like that. Let's get rid of a bit of glue I had on there. Now if I have got bits which aren't stuck, I'll just go back in and add a bit more, but I'm pretty... That actually looks like I've got that all the way to the end. And then this one is going to go on here. And I found a little sparkly Happy Christmas. Let's straighten the bottom of this up so I can put it on. I need something. Oh. I don't want it sticking if the glue should go through. There we are. That should keep it nice and safe. So let's put glue everywhere. Because there are raised bits and there are lower bits, and I'm not quite 100% sure where it's going to catch. I want it about there. Let's try and get that piece to stick. There we go. Okay. Now, Happy Christmas. These are a fair bit old, so no sticky bits, or very little left. Ooh, so what I am going to do is just go around the edge. And that is going to go there. Okay. Now, because there is a 1/4 inch gusset, there is loads of room for dimensions. That's the one good thing about this. So if I put a pocket in, it will go like that, or a photo or whatever it is I want to put in there. Page 1. Right. Let's move these bits. I'm just going to go around this. Okay, so making sure I've got the opening facing inwards. Now I've got 2 mats, and I'd also got, we're going to do a fold out page. So let's move those out of the way. So if I show you the one I've already scored, and then go in and score the next one, so you can see what I'm talking about. Just burnish them. I'm not going to do the second one, but I am. Okay, so that is going to fit on the back of this page to make a fold out. I am just going to mitre the corners so they don't stick out too far. Let's move all this. Oops. Because up until about a few hours ago I wasn't actually going to be making this look vintage. I haven't done any of this. Oh, heavily vintage. And then just a bit down there. Okay, so let's move all these out of the way. Okay, page 3, page 2. That I want it to open out, so it's going to be glued on so that it flips out and then flips out again. So let's glue it on. I have got the sizes. I've scored at a 1/2 inch to give myself a 1/2 inch allowance, if you like, to glue onto. Come on. Got a bit much on there. Okay, have I got that up the right way? Yes, so flip it over, and this one isn't going to be going. I'll line it up to the size. Now I've cut these a little bit shorter. No particular reason, I just got my sizes wrong. So that's all lined up. Open it out, squish it down. And that will be the page. So some nice big photo mats on that. And then That's my, by the time when you put the mat on the base, it's going to have, it will cover up this. That's the idea anyway. If I finish this one off and then go in and do that one from scratch, you can see what I mean. I'm trying to get the glue as close as I can to the edge without going over. I think because I'm trying, right, making sure I've got it the right way up. So I've lined it up with that. That looks pretty good, top and bottom. A little bit of glue come out, but that you can lose that with your fingernail. Just making sure I've got all the glue spread out. Right, that's that one. So that's page 2. And then page 3. Now I did write the markings, the sizes down, and then realised actually I've got the wrong sizes. I'd done it at 1/2 inch, and then I'd allowed an 1/8, and then that bit there was 5.5. So is that in camera? Yeah. So the first one, I've cut it at, it's actually cut at 11 1/8. So it should be 6. I've cut it slightly smaller because my measurements were off. So it should be the height of your page, which for me is 6. And I've done it by 11 1/8. So, sorry, my fingers are going to get in the way. So it's a 1/2 inch for the allowance to actually put onto your page. So the first one. And then because I want it with a slightly raised edge, I've then gone in and done an 1/8. And then I want mine 5.5. So I've gone in at 6 1/8. I'm just going to take a rubber to that bit because that bit will show. So, first one, second one. Let's just give them a quick. Now I only normally would burnish this first mark, so the mark that goes up to the seam allowance, because this one, when you open it out, I don't want it to be too, I want it to be a bit more flexible. That's what I think what I'm trying to say. So, right to the corners. Get page 3, making sure so that's the bit that's going to the spine. And this page is all my pages are going to mirror each other. So I want it to open that way. So it's got to go on outside. Let's put the glue on. Keeping an eye on batteries. Got to go on there. Now Now I know I've cut it a little bit short, so just take it up to the edge, and I've forgotten to distress this one. Oh, no problem, you go in and do it after. Okay, let's do it now while I think about it. You can round the corners, you can do what you could use, decorative punches, all sorts of things. I do sometimes. I have to be in the mood though, because they do take a while to do. Okay, so I have 2 pieces that will go to the spine. Ignore that. It doesn't matter. So I need to put the base page on this one. Okay, making sure I've got it the right way up. There we go. So there we have pages 2 and 3. Now I had cut a couple of mats to go on them. To go on like that. And then I started thinking, why use mats? Or why use designer paper? But now I'm looking at this, it actually looks really bright. So maybe I reserve that for the inside and go with what I was going to do originally. I know what I could do actually is just put some strips of music paper on just as a decoration on the outside. Too much. Okay. So let's put this one on. Making sure I've got it up the right way. And then I think for the inside and for that one, I am going to use this music paper. And being the devil I am, I think I'm actually going to rip it. Let's get rid of some of this bit. Okay. How long do we want it? About there. And about there. That way up. Getting myself lost here. I'll do the one on the camera, and then the other side will be a mirror image of it. No, definitely that way around. So that one will go in there. Does music? Yeah, I suppose it does. I was just wondering if music paper actually had to have the right way. Oops. Oop, come on. So this one. So same height as the other one. It always looks better if they're roughly the same size. Yep. And then what I might do actually is, once this is stuck down, is go over it with a bit of gesso perhaps to take some of the brightness out of it, some of the contrast. Okay, right, let's put this one down. Now I actually don't mind if some of these edges see. I don't want the middle to come up, because the middle's got to have, or will probably have, photos on it. So let's have a look. Oh, too far, much too far over. Pull it. That's better. The last one. Let's have a look. It's about the right height. Okay. And then I need one more to go in there. And you know, I think I might just be a little devil and put one in that way. Let's get rid of this. That will show my pencil marks. Okay. No, let's not do it on there. That's disaster waiting to happen. Oops. Now, if I can get it the same height as the other one, it would look pretty good. Right, so I will finish off the other one the same way. It takes so long doing it like this, and by my reckoning we're over half an hour now. So I need to add some decoration to the front. And I'm actually thinking I might make a pocket with the paper. Right, let's make a pocket with paper. And then I am going to that's one. I need to flip that bit over so I have an idea of where I'm going for the next one. I'm not sure how much has been missed out. I've glued it down and I've just glued it on, so I've left a bit of the pink showing, so it looks like a mat. So making a mat is the normal way of decorating a mini album. But we ain't doing it normally, so. And then that becomes a nice big pocket. Oh, I'm really liking this. That is really good. And then we've got, so you've got big mats, photo mats there. There's a nice pocket on the front. We've got quite a bit of room for stuff inside. So we could actually go the whole hog. Too much. It does need a decoration on the front though, I've decided. What are we going to use? I have loads of Christmas die cuts. What have we got? Ooh. Ooh, we could go blingy. Those houses are quite sweet. But I've only got one lot of houses. Haha, like that. Right, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm going to do... No, it's definitely that one because I like the way that it goes over the page. So we're going to end up with that. And sparkly snowflakes falling over the houses. Maybe we could have... Told you I had a lot of die cuts. Oh, that's a favourite. Ivy. Now this ivy, I know, it was bright green. And it's like, oh, Zoe, what have you done? But a little bit of, what's this? Vintage photo. Just to, just to take the brightness off it. Goes a long way. I'll just go around some of the edges. Oh, snapping me ivy. There we go. Oh, that's it. So that, and then we have snowflakes, snowflake, and snowflakes. And then houses, oh, it doesn't really go with the pink. Oh, does it? Do you know, I think it actually does. Let's cut that. Sorry, I didn't realise I was so far off the screen. That's pretty good to me. Just trim the ends off it. I don't want it catching. There we go. Sorted. Let me just close up on that so you can see what I'm doing. So there we are, pages 1, 2 and 3. 2 being the same as that one. Wonderful. Right, you take care and I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Bye.